Hi, we're the Rangan Sisters, a folk duo based in Sheffield and Toulouse. We recorded our fourth studio album shortly before the coronavirus happened, and we're now trying to adapt to the new ways of sharing what we do while gatherings aren't possible. Most likely we've lost all of our gigs this year, and we did think about delaying the release of our new album too. But we also really want to continue to share our music during this time especially, and so we decided not to delay any longer. There might not be a perfect time for this release for quite a long time, so with your help we can get this album out and into the world. Because we live in faraway places from each other and mostly get together to gig, we had to put in quite specific times to work on this album, but they were also separated by a lot of time and space. So I think when it came to recording this record, it was really useful to be in one place for one stretch of time, very immersed in the music, and I think that you can hear that in the record. So without giving too much away, we're sharing some snippets of the music with you in this video.
Cherry stones onto a concrete roof, coming of age underneath the storm. I waved, then you were gone. Salt of the earth, salt of the... When the rain it moved in rivers, the rushing of the morning, the arriving and the going.
One of my neighbours in Toulouse, just across the courtyard, has become a very important part of this album.
Yeah.
And he is a visual artist called Pierre-Olivier Boulon. And Pierre-Olivier is a specialist in pinhole photography, and he makes amazing images using homemade pinhole cameras, often attached to his balcony, which was just over the way from my balcony. So I got to know him across the balconies and discovered one day the amazing solarographs that he was making using sunlight over long periods of time, and all sorts of coffee and tea containers, and homemade pinhole cameras. So one of our residencies happened there, and it wasn't until later on that it really started to make sense, a connection between the process of Pierre Olivier's pinhole photography and the process in which we were writing our material. So this has resulted in a really interesting and fitting collaboration.
There's something about his images being at once moments in time, but also full of every chance encounter with the natural or the human world, every mistake, every water leak that got in, every bit of weather that shook the balcony. There's something about that commitment to slow art, I suppose, that we found so lovely in his work, and really spoke to us about our process. And when our process feels the best, it's when it's a little bit like those images.
And how our process and creative processes in general in all art are fueled by and dependent on inspiration and chance encounters, and also the uncontrollable, not necessarily controllable aspects of life, and how more generally art and life coincide and coexist and fuel one another.
It's an album about paying attention to the world.
We can't see everything from up here. No one can, no one can, no one can. We can't see everything from up here. No one can, no one can, no one can. Love's young daughter. There is still time.
The money raised from this Kickstarter will go towards the production of this album and the pressing of the physical CDs themselves.
This time the album itself is a much richer offering than previously. It's a 48-page booklet full of in-depth stories around the music, accompanying the incredible images of Pierre-Olivier Boulogne, and also stunning portraiture as ever from Ellie Lucas. So all being well, this album will be released in the autumn. You can really help make that a reality by pre-ordering your copy. That's the best way you can help. But if you're also interested in the other awards, including a tune book, calendar, fiddle lessons, house gigs, have a scroll through and see if there's anything that takes your fancy.
Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope that you'll support the campaign. And do stay tuned as well on our social media pages for updates, videos, news, snippets of exciting information about the upcoming release.
Thank you. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That was good, actually.
I think it's good. I think it's...
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
that's a wrap.